Ooh, ah, 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 ah. Happy Halloween. Mr. Meisner won't be in class today. This is his ghost, his spirit, here to tell you what you'll be doing in his absence. The first thing you'll have to do is go into Veracross. Then in Veracross, you will find a link to today's activities, and you'll find the recommended time that you should spend on each of these activities. The first one is to create a visual aid with advantages and disadvantages from the content from page 225. Instructions are listed in the document. When you open it, it will take you to a Google document that does just that. I've also created a answer sheet for your learn sheets on the Argentinian case study and the Singaporean case studies. You may open those links as well. And finally, I've given you a practice paper 2 question that I want completed for next class. We will do an activity with that. If you open that in another window, you'll be ready as well. Lastly, there is a math exercises worksheet with exchange rates. I would also like for you to complete that. It looks like a lot, but many of these activities are actually pretty easy. Let's start with the visual aid. The visual aid, I just want you to create some kind of table or mind map or poster, or even perhaps a short video that constructs learning with the content on pages 225. I know that I could just talk through the material, but I just don't think that would be sufficient. You really need to do something with the material. I've created a link here to an electronic version of the text, so if you didn't bring your textbook, you can still do the assignment. I wouldn't spend more than 10 to 15 minutes on this. Next, we'll go to the teacher's guide of the Argentinian currency collapse. You'll see that I've created extensive notes here, and I want you to compare and contrast your own notes to these notes that I've created. So if you haven't done the worksheet yet, you really shouldn't look at this. Do your best to complete it first, then look at the answers. Also, I've done the same thing with the Singaporean example. I've got extensive notes on the answers here as well. Now, those first 3 activities should be really short. What you should spend the bulk of today's class doing is working on your paper 2 practice. And it's a data response. You'll read the excerpt, which is 6 paragraphs long, and then answer these questions. I highly advise you to time yourself and just spend 40 minutes working on it. See how far you get in those 40 minutes, and then somehow make a mental note of where you were. That'll be a good way to see how you're doing on this type of assessment. Next class, I'll give you the rubric of this type of assessment, and we'll go through what the expectations are together. Finally, the last part of the chapter on exchange rates is calculations. So you'll find how to do the calculations in your textbook. I think you'll see that actually everything is very straightforward. If you do have any particular questions on this, of course we'll go over it next class. And there you have it. Those are your tasks for today. And I just took 4 minutes and 30 seconds of your time. Sorry. But I hope that this ghost was useful. Have a great day. Happy Halloween.